Hi students, and welcome to your public speaking component of our oral communication unit. This particular component of our unit is designed in order to help us when we get to our final cumulative activity of our in-class debate. So as we've been researching the information, kind of crafting our arguments, thinking of our evidence and gathering this evidence, we need to also be able to communicate this in a way that is effective in our classroom. So that's what this particular activity and module is designed for us to do. We're going to be doing this by going through some videos of effective public speakers and maybe some not so effective public speakers. And then you will identify qualities and characteristics that you see in each of these public speakers that make them effective or ineffective. You're also going to have a chance to practice your own public speaking, film it, and criticize, I shouldn't say criticize, but give feedback to your classmates as they also complete their own public speaking. So in order to help us, we have a couple tools. Number one is I've created a checklist for you to be able to monitor and track your progress. So I've given each of you a copy of this checklist, and it looks like this. So each of the activities that I have required you to complete are listed here on the left-hand side. Once you've completed it, feel free to check off each one of these boxes. Additionally, this column here is for notes. So this is where you can feel free to catalog anything that's not captured either on this checklist or throughout the completion of the module to help you recall what we've completed once you're preparing for the debate and maybe even in the middle of the debate. There are 12 tasks for us to complete. Each one of them is detailed here on the checklist, so ensure that you keep this close by when completing the activities. Our second tool that we have to help us along is our ThingLink physical module. So I have emailed each of you the link to access. I'm pulling it up here for us to have a look together. My current screen is going to look different than yours as I'm currently in the edit mode. However, this large image here is what you can expect to see. So the image here is completed with each of these small round circles, and these round circles are the separate activities that each one of you is required to complete. By clicking on the circle, two things happen. The first is you see here a hyperlink. This is the link to the actual component of the activity that you're required to complete. The second thing you'll see here is a little blurb that I have included so that you have a little context as to what you are completing. Make sure that you read this blurb as well as consult your checklist so that you can be sure to have completed all tasks through to their entirety. Each one of these bubbles is going to require different things from you, but ultimately, what we need to make sure that we have access to is our class Seesaw, as well as our class Padlets, and your online Google email account. Those are the three access points that we need to have available. So make sure that you have all your passwords and usernames available so that you can enter into each one of those online platforms. Additionally, there's going to be some videos that you're required to watch. Please ensure that you're watching them through to their completion, as I have embedded hyperlinks into the end of the videos for you to access our online Padlet. So I don't have those anywhere else because that's how I can tell that you watched the whole video. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, anything like that, I'll be around. But ultimately, we're doing this on an online forum so that each of you feels free to be able to complete this at your own pace and in a way that makes sense so you're able to interact with the material at your own, as you choose to. As I mentioned, we are working at this in order to be able to complete and be effective in our in-class debates, but ultimately I want you to be able to Monitor your own public speaking, identify areas where you're strong, as well as areas in which you can improve. But I also want you to be able to give and receive feedback with your peers on our online Seesaw platform so that we become good collaborators in our classroom community. So enjoy, have fun, and I look forward to seeing your completed work.